Hello everyone, hope that you are well and welcome to this evening's Bitcoin video where we have a really exciting episode for you today. We are going to be going through Bitcoin and also the altcoins. I want to look at some altcoins today because they are literally exploding. So we're going to look through Ethereum. Really want to look through Ethereum. I want to look through EOS and I have to look through Cardano because it was a voted altcoin. So I'm going to basically be doing tonight Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, Cardano, and maybe we'll take a look at Algo and Tezos as well. So like we got quite a lot to go through tonight in terms of different alts. Also, as you've seen from the title of the video, I also want to cover some all-time high targets, because Ethereum right now is at an all-time high. Bitcoin close, not quite, but close to an all-time high. So I want to go through tonight basically some levels to the upside for both of these assets to be aware of. I'm not saying we're hitting them tonight. I'm not saying we're even going up tonight. I'm actually in a day trade short at the moment. But nevertheless, I want to give you these levels to be aware of for the upside of what levels we can be aware of for major take profit targets, in my opinion, based off of the technical analysis. Obviously, currently we are very much still in the range that we've been in for the last few days. Not that exciting overall, Bitcoin. There's a lot more excitement, obviously, with the alts right now, I think it's fair to say. Although, that said, Bitcoin, of course, as always, technically trading perfectly, like very perfectly technically well traded, levels respected. We've been seeing it this week, levels being respected to the absolute dollar. So we can say the technical analysis is lovely right now, but still is remaining within a sideways range-bound market. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are all well. I hope that you can all hear me okay, and the sound is a-okay. We are obviously right now what we're on. We're on a Friday evening. Yes, of course, Friday evening. If you celebrate, obviously, you could say it's Easter Friday. Obviously, we have a totally multinational, multicultural, worldwide audience. So I'm sure some people don't, some people do. Whatever you are, I hope you have a brilliant day. Obviously, we're all here for the charts. We're all here for the technical analysis and for this passion and love of trading that we all share. And I suppose some people that are just hodlers and don't trade, here for the love of cryptocurrency. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is, going to enjoy tonight's episode. I truly feel so. So hope that you enjoy. Obviously, I do think that we will have quite a lot of new faces in tonight's live stream. So, as always, we are doing daily technical analysis videos, giving you the most important key levels to be trading from. So if you don't want to miss that, our daily updates, you can subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell. That way you'll get alerted as soon as we are going live. With that said, smash up the likes. We got 1,400 people in here right now. We've only just started, and yeah, let's have a good time this evening. No, let's have a good time. I think I'll start with. I suppose the order of proceedings will be start with Bitcoin. Makes the most sense to start with Bitcoin. Move on to Ethereum. Move on to EOS. Move on to Cardano, and then depending on time, Algo and Tezos. I'd just like to talk about them, really, not do any analysis, but just talk about them. I'm interested how many people actually are interested in the alts. I know the majority of our viewership only trade Bitcoin, because I literally only really trade Bitcoin, but there are some opportunities on alts. It's not like we're against trading altcoins, it's just Bitcoin generally has the best trades. Well, that's the introduction. Let's get started then. So Bitcoin currently, nothing really new in terms of our levels really since yesterday. We were going through, since like 3 or 4 days ago now, we've been talking about and trading from these levels, and it really is our 3 key levels of the range. And what I want to do tonight, I actually want to focus tonight's video. I don't want to go really advanced concepts, so I want to keep today's video fairly beginner friendly. Okay, so I'd like to keep this video fairly beginner friendly and make things as simple as possible. Okay, so obviously, this is Chart Champions. We can go very in-depth and very complex, but I kind of want to keep this one a little bit more simple. So yeah, that's what we will likely do. So with that said, we obviously have three key levels, and we can view this in the most simplistic way possible. 3 levels on the chart. We have currently obviously a resistance then, which is basically coming in at 59,700. We have our lower support, which is obviously same level as before, 56,800. We have then this intermediate support level, which is $58,400. So we have our key resistance and 2 current key supports. Okay, as we hopefully, like, people, the more they're watching the videos, the more they're tuning in, the more they're staying around. People are slowly starting to understand how we are trading in terms of our resistance, our support levels, our SR flips, some of the basic but really, really crucial theories, that we go through here. And so what is one of our key theories? Well, if we have this current resistance level and this current support level, what are we going to be saying here? We would be saying that 58,400 is a very key support. No, this is this is my key support level. This is our key resistance level. So what we would be saying is, let's say this is support right now, which it is. How does this flip to resistance? Well, one would say it's, this could do this. And once you come down to this level, if you manage to flip that into resistance and it starts acting as a resistance, then this is like you could view it almost as a dynamic type of level where support, well held, if you lose that, flips into resistance. So when you have these really, really, really crucial levels, they act as SR flips. Okay, basically support resistance flips. And we could say we also have it on the highs right here. This is what happened yesterday was pretty nice. Arguably, I think this was pretty nice. We obviously, yesterday, we were doing a YouTube update and we were talking about the importance of 58,400. We knew that was our support level to look for longs. And we come down, we tested it once, we tested it twice, both times closing above the level. Really nice liquidity test on this candle especially. And we made our way back up during the night to obviously hit $60,000. Really, really, really important level $60,000 is. Why? Well, a few reasons. Massive psychological level, of course. 60K, big, round, psychological number. You'll be surprised how often these psychological round numbers really do play a part in the market. So we can say that last night, pretty significant. Obviously, we slightly missed it here. And then we actually finally hit that 60K level last night being the 2nd of April. Okay. One also has to acknowledge this. If we have this resistance, okay, so you can see here we have a very clearly marked resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6, 7. We could maybe class this as 8 touches. So what are we saying here? If we have a resistance level, okay, and we are viewing this as a region, so it's not just like one exact dollar, but we're going to view this as a region. And what I'm going to talk you through here is basically the theory that we have here of this is our resistance region, okay? We're not viewing this really as an exact dollar. We are viewing it as a region. Okay, so give and take $100 either side, let's say. And what we are seeing right now is a level being tested, rejection, tested, rejection, tested, rejection, and tested. So we're testing this level nearly coming on 8 times. What is happening here, the more times that you test a level, the weaker it gets. Okay, so there's some confusion because some people will tell you the stronger, it gets stronger the more times it's tested. But I'm telling you now, like 100%, the more times you test a level, the weaker it gets. So if we currently have $60,000 as resistance, and this level has been tested almost coming on, almost 8 times if you look at the lower term time frame, we can acknowledge that this resistance is getting weaker. And the more times that we test this level, the less attractive shorting this level is. Okay, so it's less and less and less and less and less attractive. Okay, we test the level the first time, hey, brilliant short. Test the level the second time, nice short. The third time, you're talking about the 4th, 5th, 6th, you're just thinking to yourself, what, I would anyway. I would literally just stop trading off of that level the more times that we test it. Because I know that the more times we test it, the weaker it gets. So what I'm saying here is if we're coming up for another test, let's say we come up now, whether we come up tomorrow, whether we come up in another week, all we can acknowledge is this level is what's going to be known as getting washed. And when a level gets washed, it becomes less significant. The people that are trying to defend this level, kind of like myself, if you've been watching the videos over the past week, you will know that this was a level that I was shorting. And we obviously managed to get that really amazing short position, the first time we touched that key level, and we got a big rejection to the downside, really big rejection. And it's because like the first time that you test that level, and obviously knowing that it was the first time we were taking the highs on major exchanges, that this offers the best short. Second time, nice short. Third time, nice short. All of this now is, I truly believe it's getting less and less and less attractive. So just from viewing it at that point of view, and I can just speak from my experience and how I know them, how I recognize the market works. Here I was happy to short. Here is a good short. But I'm going to tell you, if this level is tested again, I personally won't be shorting it again. And I feel other traders are going to be thinking the same thing. And this is why the more times you test that level, the weaker it gets. Because the first time, hey, you have your big traders, bam, defending the level. Testing it a second time, people still interested because it's obviously a key level. You get pretty nice rejections each time, yeah? But you can see these rejections are getting weaker. And if we test this again, I truly believe that it's going to be a very weak level. Not worth shorting from. Let's just say that. I wouldn't short this level again, personally. Obviously, I'm not giving financial advice in this video. No financial or legal or any advice at all. This is just entertainment, education video, of course. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I know what I will do with my money, and I personally would not short this level again. Okay, really simply, that's just how it is. Okay, so that's obviously our current resistance coming in at around 59,600. But what I want to talk you through in today's video are these higher term time frame targets to all-time high. So should Bitcoin breach all-time high, which if we come up to a daily chart, we can see the current all-time high is $62,000. So $62,000 is our current all-time high on Bitcoin. Okay, so if we're thinking to ourselves, okay, we're not necessarily saying this is happening today, but what we're going to be aware of are levels to the upside should Bitcoin break this all-time high. We want to be prepared and we want to be ready for it. Because I will always say, this is something that I will always say is you do not need to know where the market's going next. So to make money in trading, you do not need to know what happens next. Because guess what? At the end of the day, nobody knows with 100% certainty where the market is going next. We can have probabilities, and we can even have a 99% probability of what's going to happen next. But you never know with a 100% guarantee. So even if you have a highly probable trade, there's no guarantee that that's going to work out. So what we're saying is we do not need to know. There's literally no need to know exactly what's going to happen next. All you need to know are the levels that you want to trade from. Okay, so that's the powerful thing that you need to remember. You do not need to know if the market is going to go up or down next. But what you do need to know are the levels to the downside that you would long or the levels to the upside that you would short. And that's all you need to know. So it becomes irrelevant whether the market's moving up or whether the market's moving down, or even like this, the market is moving sideways. We are able to make money every side of the market. Market went up here. This was a short that we took to the downside. You all saw the long that I took here and also off the CC. So the market moves down. You're able to extrapolate money from the market. The market moved back up from the CC. You're able to make money. Overall, we remain then sideways range bound, and you're able to make money by shorting the highs, longing down at the lows. And you can start to see here how we didn't necessarily know at this moment in time where the market's going. But because we know our levels where we want to trade, that's what we need to know, where we want to trade. And whether it goes up to the short or down for the long, we don't need to know that. All we need to know is where and when it happens, we're ready for it. Okay, and that's what I want to bring you in these videos, is giving you these levels so you're aware of them, so you can make informed decisions. And I honestly think taking high probability trades, because these levels that I give you, you've seen it now. You've seen this coming on years. We've been doing these YouTube videos, and it's like each time the levels that we give, they are literally sometimes to the absolute dollar respected. And that's why just tuning in is very powerful to you, because we are giving exact levels on Bitcoin and they are very well respected. So this is what we're going through now. Then the next levels to the upsides, if and when we break to an all-time high, which is obviously breaching $52,000, what are we going to be aware of next? Okay, so what levels do we have to the upside? Well, naturally, of course, an all-time high, you don't really look to short necessarily an all-time high. It's not very recommended that you look for shorts, but you can obviously use these sort of things as take profit levels, can't you? So then they're generally considered really good take profit levels. There is one thing that I'd like to look at with you all before we go over the higher term time frame targets, and that is actually recognizing what generally happens in the month of April. And I'm sure you all know, but I'm sure many of you know, but I think this is a really good exercise to get into. So although many of you might know how April performs, and I would hope you do know how April performs if you are trading Bitcoin, because these are the sort of information that you can, even if you get in a little bit of an edge, you might as well get a little bit of an edge now. So I'm sure many of you already know this, but I think it's a useful exercise to do together for the people that don't. So BTC USD. What we need to do is look at an exchange with lots of price history. So we can look at Bitstamp. Bitstamp, very old exchange. Very old exchange. We have price data here back to almost 10 years old, just over. So from here, let's do it together. Let's do it together to see how April generally performs since Bitcoin became a thing on major exchanges. At least Bitstamp I consider a major exchange. Okay, so let's do this together. Sorry if you hear me chewing on stuff. This is my lovely throat sweets. So let's begin. So April, let's go back to the start of the inception of Bitcoin and look how April performs. Again, for the people that are wondering why are we doing this, well, my audience is generally a 95% of my audience are people that want to learn, are people that really want to learn how to trade, how to do this successfully. So why do we do these sort of things? Well, this is how you can get a little bit of an edge in the market. Or at the end of the day, you just want to know what you're trading now. You want to know what you're trading, what historically it trades like, what months are generally bullish, what months are generally bearish. If you can get these little edges in the market, I think we can all recognize, or my viewership, I think, is generally very high, high IQ levels. And so you recognize if you can take just 0.01% of an extra edge in the market, you're going to go for it. You're going to take it. Okay, so let's just do this briefly. Let's try and run through this pretty quickly. Let's just really simply mark out April levels. Okay, that's all we're going to do right away. April. Okay, here we have April. We obviously are not going to have to mark out many of these. So we have April 12. Let's go to the 13th. There we go. April in this month. Let's mark it out in 2014. Okay, let's mark it out in 2015. Let's mark it out in 2016. And 2017. And 2018. Have a guess. 2019. 2020. And obviously where we are now in 2021. Okay, so really simply we have April, the month of April marked out every year since Bitcoin started. And you can start to see a trend. Okay, so obviously the sample size is small. You cannot really trade off of a 10 sample size. So I admit that this is not enough to base a trade off of. It's just something interesting to know about. Okay, I would not obviously base a trade off of a 10 trade sample size, but nevertheless, bullish month back in April. Okay, obviously we can look at this in terms of percentages, and this is on log scale. I'm not going to bother actually looking at the terms of percentages here. The percentages I already know offhand. They are anywhere between a 5% month and a 300% month. So I already know the percentages, and I don't want to do this on log scale. So, we obviously had a green month, red month. So the only two red months of April were back in 2014 and 15. What was happening in 2014 and 15? Well, you're obviously in a bear market. This was a bear market that lasted all the way from, around $1,000-ish, where it bottomed out at $200-ish. So we saw about, just over 80% bear market. Okay. And yeah, you had two bearish months there. But ever since those two bearish months, and Bitcoin has really remained very much in this uptrend. Every April month has obviously been very bullish. And now what does it look like? Okay, so just bear in mind, April is generally considered a very bullish month for Bitcoin. Okay, that's all we can take thus far. Is generally speaking, April is a very bullish month for Bitcoin. And now what are we going to look at next? Well, we're going to look at the current trends. And I think we can all agree, no, everybody is in agreement of this, that Bitcoin is very much in a bullish trend. So when you just start to look at the trends, which is locally very bullish, and then you start to remember April is considered a bullish month, and then you look currently the momentum that's on this chart. I mean, look at this monthly chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming on potentially for a 7th green month in a row on Bitcoin. And that is the interesting thing, that we have not seen this before. So the longest green streak that we have had in terms of months on the Bitcoin chart, you can see here we went well here 1, 2, 3, 4 sorry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red month. Okay, and we've never in Bitcoin had 7 green months in a row. That is something to bear in mind, because what we have going on here is for a potential 7th green month in a row, which has never happened in the history of Bitcoin. So we could make history if April ends green. All we have to remember is that I personally do foresee a new all-time high is made this month. To be honest, I do really think that we'll get a new all-time high, to be honest with you. But the thing is, do we breach the all-time high? Okay, and we get a new all-time high in April, but then it gets a rejection and we end up closing down here, for example, and that obviously would be a red month. So that would be a red month, and would move on. Well, we would either look for a continuation or a real rejection. Obviously, if we go back to where we had 6 green months in a row here, okay, you had a red month, continuation. Here you had two red months, but then massive continuation to the upside. So obviously you don't want to be worried about red months in such uptrends. They are absolutely normal, and there's really is just nothing to there's just absolutely nothing to worry about. Bitcoin trend very strong. Literally, Bitcoin trend looks very strong. Yeah, so on the higher term timeframes, I think we are all in agreement. Bitcoin, very strong asset. It is in a bull market. April is considered a very strong month in, over the past. It's been a very strong month. Even the 2 red months that you have had in April, they were not massive, and they were followed by continuations. So I think all of this is leaning up or lining up towards, we are likely to see, I think in terms of probabilities, we can argue that it's likely to see an all-time high in the month of April. Okay. Obviously, this is not something that we can trade off. We cannot trade off of what we've gone through thus far. That doesn't give you a trade. It just gives you a nice overview, I suppose, of what you can expect. But it doesn't give you an entry, doesn't give you an exit, doesn't give you a target. How do you get your entries, your exits, your targets? Well, obviously with Inside Chart Champions, especially, we love to use like Fibonacci or pitchforks, these sort of technical tools. So what's one of the most basic technical tools that we can do to kind of look at the chart and extrapolate targets from the chart based off of technical analysis? Okay, what is one of our favorite tools? Okay, let's see how many people in the comments section. I'll have to interact, see how people are doing. Not sure why loads of people are asking about BNB. Lots of comments about BNB. I hadn't planned to cover BNB, to be honest with you. BNB was not in my plan of looking at. So I don't know. I had no plans to look at BNB tonight. Yes, we have a winner. We have a winner. And the winner is David Marshall. The winner is David Marshall with his correct. And look at this. This is why this guy's green. This is why this guy has got his green name, because he listens, he understands. And that is obviously the Fibonacci extension. Okay, his comments gone already. Lots of people commenting, but lots of right answers. So that's brilliant. Okay, people are learning. What we love to use is our Fibonacci extension. So what we can do here, we're on the daily term time frame, and we can obviously recognize that we are currently I guess it's not obvious for everybody, but I would say we're currently within this range, and I want to do this back on Bybit. Obviously, Bybit is my favorite exchange. What can I say? And so when we're looking at Bybit, we'll take it off log. what we can do for the most simplest way to get a target. And I would always say this is a really nice take profit target. These extensions that we're going to go through do not necessarily mean to short, okay? But they do give good take profit levels because they are levels where you will see rejections or at least pullbacks before continuation to the upside. And what do we say? If we have a level which is a take profit zone and we are expecting overall to break through the level, but if you are able to move to a take profit, let's say take 50% profits, you get a pullback and then continuation, you're able to then add back on that 50% you sold at a lower price, thus protecting your capital almost on the way down and actually then able to buy back more for the next leg to the upside. Obviously, we start to look at this in terms of Elliott waves, where if we were looking at this as an Elliott wave sequence, for example, we would really simply mark these sort of things as wave 1, buy the pullback, wave 3, buy the pullback, end for the wave 5. Okay, so if we start to do that in a different type of theory, that's the way that you simply look at that. Okay, let's delete all this and go back to where we were. So we're going to look, first of all, just really simply at our Fibonacci extension. Okay, so our Fibonacci extension tool from the low of this move up to the high down to this low here. Okay, that gives us our 1-to-1 coming in at $69,391. Now, I love this. I love this extension. I do know because I've done this before. Surprise, surprise. And I've done a lot of technical analysis in my own time. And I do know, though, that we actually have several different confluences at this region. So it's not just the 1-to-1 that you have lining up here. But this $70,000 level, I truly believe it's going to be a very technical level on Bitcoin. Will we see an all-time high at $70,000? Well, I suppose there's the potential. There's always the potential. And how do we start to recognize, is that the high? Well, we obviously need to hit the level, see how much volume comes in at that level. What's the rejection like at this level? There's a lot of factors that we just don't know at the moment. So there's no point trying to predict whether this is going to be the high or not, like overall on the grand scheme of things. But we can know that if it hits this level, it would be a sensible place to look for a take profit. Or I would anyway. This is a place where I would look to take profits. This is basically this region, and you do have to look at this as quite a region. I really think, you know, I would say $2,000 either side. So that's really $68,000 to $72,000. And that's overall a $4,000 region. But we are looking on a, you know, off of a daily, weekly chart on the Bitcoin price. You know, if you're a high term time frame trader, these are the time frames that you look at. So, yeah, that 1-to-1 there coming in at around $69,391. Again, we don't necessarily expect that to hit to the dollar exactly, but we can definitely be aware of that level. We can then start to add on a channel onto this. You can start to see here how we are currently, you can see here, midpoint rejection, midpoint support, and we're currently finding resistance along the middle of this channel, yeah? So I like this channel. Why do I also like this channel? Because what we can see is if we make our way up here during the month of April, we would see a coinciding factors with the top of the channel with the 1-to-1 extension. This does seem very quick to get up to 70k. That's all I would be aware of. It seems unlikely, in my opinion, that we're reaching it that quickly. I would personally be surprised if this is the case. But hey, this is Bitcoin, I suppose, at the end of the day. This is Bitcoin, and it likes to surprise people. So I do think it would be a bit of a surprise to get up there that quickly. But if we do, wow, I would say that would give a really nice short position. And I know a lot of people are going to say, wow, this is crazy. How can you even think to short? Yeah, if we reached a higher target like that quickly, yeah, I would short it. I'm not going to lie. But hey, not everybody's going to want to do that. But I would recognize that as a good short, to be honest with you. Anyway, moving back onto this, really simply, we can start to see the confluence here of a channel, top of the channel, and the 1-to-1 extension. And when you start to see these different factors coming together, this is really what gives you that sort of extra layer of confidence. That's really, you know, we talk about confluences a lot. We'll, you know, see at least 3 levels of confluence, you know. Take only the best trades, only take the highest probability trades. And how do you get those high probability trades? Well, it is really using a lot of your different technical tools, putting them together and getting your confluence. Simple as that, no? And we definitely have that up at around $70,000 region. Okay, that is definitely what I would say. I mean, that just seemed like very quick. That would literally be next week. I don't know. I'm not really expecting it that quick, but yeah, if it does happen, hey, that for me would be a short all day long. Not financial advice. Yeah, so there we go. That's kind of that for me. But we've been talking about 70K for a long time now, no? We've done videos in the past highlighting the importance of $70,000. And I really do truly honestly believe that it's an important level. If we remove this a second, Try and think what else I can show you in here. If we come to the weekly chart, put this back on log, not percentage, log. Move this to the daily. And I do think I have talked through this one before. And you all know my idea of the Elliott wave count. That this really looks like a Elliott wave count, wave 3 in my opinion. So obviously in Elliott waves, you got a wave 1, 2, third is the most impulsive, 3, 4, and then ending with a 5th. And I believe that this is all part of an Elliott wave 3 at the moment. So basically, this is our most impulsive wave. We obviously are massively exceeding expectations, but that is what happens in a wave 3, you know. And for our target of this, we're taking it from the low. Again, it's debatable whether our wave 1 ended here or here. We're just going to go for the highest and then bringing it down. Surprise, surprise. You see this? 69,774. If we do take it from this low, you can obviously see it's being interacted with. But we're taking it from the high here. And that really is coming in. Look at that, another level, 69,700. Again, this is not exact. So give this a bit of leeway. But around this $69,000 level again. And just the fact it's $69,000. People are going to love that now. So, I mean, I think we can all agree. A lot of technical confluence at 69K, you know, $69,000, $70,000. And again, I view it as a $68,000 to $72,000. I can tell you that for me is a major take profit. Okay. Does it mean that we hit this and we fall all the way back down to $50,000? Of course, not necessarily, but there is I believe there's a technical reason why this could be the all-time high on Bitcoin. You know, would I be happy if we just blow through it and hit 100,000? Hey, I'm not going to complain. I've moved some of my net worth over to Bitcoin, which is just holding Bitcoin. So it's like, you know, if we just plow through these resistances, hey, I'm not going to complain. But I do feel that this is a very sensible take profit level. So I'm going to take profit there, basically. Yeah, basically that's what we have going on there. So obviously we do have sub levels there. And I do not necessarily even think that, for example, if we break the current all-time high, let's just mark this all-time high. If we break the current all-time high of Bitcoin of 62, do I think that we do something like this and just go? I personally don't think this is the case, by the way. Do we just go straight to 70K? I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will work out something that's a lot harder to trade into, well, quote unquote harder. Something that's more likely to, you know, grind along, have fake outs, and work its way up, just like we have been working our way up over the past few months. It's not really been that easy per se. You know, it's a lot of nothing just goes straight up. So I don't think it's likely that we do it. I think it's likely that we do something like this, you know, work our way up slowly but surely up to the bigger target levels. Obviously, we are going to have levels on the way there. We're going to have a lot of intraday levels on the way there. We're going to have thousands of scalps on the way there as well. But overall, we can say 70K, lovely region of resistance. So that really is my thoughts on Bitcoin. And obviously, locally, my thought process is totally different. I'm not really even thinking about 70K right now. You know, the way that I trade, I'm not even thinking, you know, I'm not trading towards all-time highs at the moment. So as I told you at the start of the video, I'm not trading towards 70K right now. I'm literally just trading the range. So this is the thing. The way that I trade, you know, if you follow the channel, you know how I trade, and I'm not trading for 70K at the moment. I'm just really simply trading this range. So, and this is the thing that I love about trading, that a lot of people get bored. You know, you just have to look at, you know, you look at Google Trends. Should we take a look at Google Trends right now? I'm very interested to see what the Google Trends like. So this is a really interesting way of how you can get some data on what people are searching for. So you use Google Trends, and really what we need to do is allow this, of course. So we go over to Google Trends and we'll take a look. How many people are searching for Bitcoin right now? It's been declining, yeah. So you generally see these sort of search results like pick up in bull market, or not necessarily bull and bear market, but when Bitcoin is impulsing up a lot, guess what? Everybody wants to know about Bitcoin when it's up at the highs. And then you go sideways ranges. Like, we are definitely in a sideways range now, yeah? And guess what happens? You go sideways and nobody's interested in Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin breaks its all-time high again and it's hitting like 70,000, guess what? It is very likely that these search results are all the way back up. Why is this the case? Why are people only interested in trading Bitcoin when it's moving up? I mean, it's crazy, but people just love to buy up at the highs. They lose interest in it now. And my opinion is you make more money trading these sideways ranges than you do just buying and holding it and hitting all no-time highs. Like, personally anyway, I make much more money trading these sideways ranges than I do in a trending market. Like, my personal style is I love sideways ranges. Many people find this very boring. Many people just really hate, or not necessarily hate it, but they just cannot do it, or they don't want to do it, and they just find it boring. But I will think you'll find pretty much every champion member would say sideways ranges are amazing. Why? They're very easy to trade, but you can definitely see the general public doesn't feel that way. If we're just going off of the search results here, people love to trade the trending markets. They love to get invested when it's trending. It starts to range, it starts to go sideways, interest falls off a cliff. Nobody's interested in doing it. That's obviously, in my opinion, not the right way to do it. But hey, this is why there's a statistic that 95% of people lose money in the markets. Why is this? Well, they love to just get involved at the highs. You know, that they buy high and sell low essentially, and that's just what it is. And you know, we need those sort of people to make money at the end of the day. So it's not like we're going to be annoyed about them. We love them. We love them because they help us as traders, I think. So yeah, that's Bitcoin then. That's Bitcoin. Wanted to take a look at Ethereum next. Ethereum obviously hitting all-time highs today. This one's pretty crazy. All-time high on the Bitcoin chart. As you can see here, I had to get this one over on IG. Look at this. I didn't even realize I still was holding these longs. This was the original long which I had from $1,000. And I must have compounded this one. I can't even remember when. And I was going through my Bybit accounts today. And yeah, I was like, wow, I still actually hold this long position on ETH from $1,200. I didn't even realize this, man. But this is the beauty of sometimes having lots of accounts. You just forget about your positions. Obviously, this is a massive swing trade. And I hate to tell you how much money I've paid on funding. Like, I don't even want to think about the funding, to be honest. But yeah, obviously, back up above $2,000, looking really nice on the yeah, look at this. Wow. We obviously were trading it all the way back in December there for $500. This one has exceeded expectations, really has. Pat tested out weekly 1,300. Wow, it's took off again to new all-time highs. But we can understand how key those weekly levels are. They're absolutely brilliant. Last time we back tested the weekly was the low for this push up above $2,000. Have a guess how we can get a new all-time high target on Ethereum. Surprise, surprise. One-to-one extension, no? Lovely. One-to-one extension, that brings us 2,197. You also see where this found support? Right on to your CC. So this was a very technical traded asset. Okay, this really was a very technical traded asset. And we can see here, I have two targets on ETH. As you can see, this was actually closed. So you see here, I closed. This is taking profits. And people hate to take profits in bull markets. But let's just say I have the experience to know how I like to trade. And I do like to take profit. And also, this was like just like a gift. I didn't even realize I still had this open. But yeah, I did take profits today at $2,000 and $2,067. Obviously, we get a bit of a retrace from this, so I'm happy. But these are some major targets. 2,100, which is obviously your negative Fibonacci level. So you just want to maybe write down these levels. But $2,100, then your next one really is coming in there around $2,197. Okay. Give or take a few dollars either side of it. We can add on this again. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, this would line up with a Bitcoin push, I suppose. But yeah, that looks nice around 2,200-ish. Yeah, 2,200-ish. I think you have nice level. 2,100 is obviously your first negative Fibonacci level. Then you have your first extension level coming in with the top of the channel. 1618 there coming in at 2,350. I would say I wouldn't look for shorts off of these levels. I'll be honest with you. I definitely wouldn't short ETH. Like, I just don't short ETH. So yeah, but yeah, I'm happy to take profit on longs, but I would personally not short Ethereum. Obviously, people can do whatever they want, but I personally wouldn't short Ethereum, you know. But then I don't short altcoins, so that's basically why. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at here on ETH, and levels that I'm looking for to the upside. Again, this is the thing for me. You see, I closed this 2,067, and the bigger target there is 2,100. But the thing is, you have to remember, this is such a small. This is what's known as front running. So either, you know, front running really simply is if you have a level. So look at this confluence here, 2,600. So what we could say, if there's a big level at 2,600 where you have technical confluence, you might not actually want to. You might be thinking to yourself, I really want to sell 2,600 ETH. And then a lot of people might think the same. So then instead of selling 2,600, you put in your sell order at 2,580. So you front run it by $20 because you're thinking to yourself, I just want to get out. You know, I'm not bothered about an extra $20 per 1 ETH. I just want to get out for a profit, you know. And this is what front running is. So if everybody's looking to sell a level, somebody might put their order slightly in front. Another person puts their order slightly in front of that. They put their order slightly in front of that. They put their order slightly in front of that. So this is, I like to front run my own levels. So if you ever see me give levels, I will generally always I will basically always front run my own levels, you know. Especially for me now, because I know loads of people will look at my levels. I'm like, yeah, I need to front run my own levels. But anyway, that's pretty funny. This guy says, I love this guy because he's obviously got a green name. I see him stand out. Exactly as predicted. best one. Dan, since you love the extension fib so much, check out the charts I just posted on altcoin charts. Predicted Ethereum's exact top today to the dollar. CC to CC, man. Learn all of this in 2 months thanks to you. Let's check this out then. So what was this in? Altcoin charts. This is the thing. We have some serious players in the group. Some serious players. Altcoin charts. AKR. There. Look at this, man. So this is his chart. 1.618 extension on the fib speed fan, on the 1.272. Absolutely, look at that. Absolutely to the dollar of the 1.618. Absolutely, yeah. Like he says. Like he says there, literally CCs to the CC and to the exact top. Exactly as predicted. I mean, this literally is the Fibonacci is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. And this is why, yeah, I honestly do love Fibonacci. Like, yeah, I do love fibs. And yeah, what can I say? I'm just gonna see if you have any others in here. No, I don't think you have any other charts, but yeah, that's powerful. Swissborg. I didn't know you could. Oh wow, people trade Swissborg in it too. Wow, what is that? EOS? No, that can't be EOS. I like to flick through the charts in here because I don't really put much time into alts. So sometimes I will just, being honest, I will sometimes just look through people's charts. And if I like one of their charts, I'll basically just use their analysis because I don't really put a lot of time into the altcoins myself. Yeah, look at this. There's so much confluence. You even have this perfect fractal. I don't want to give away any more of the charts, but yeah, look at that on ETH. There looks like there's a lot of confluence there. You have the fractals. You have the extensions. Wow. I didn't actually realize how much we had there. ETH BTC is at an SR level. We even got Younes going for it in here. Shout out to Younes. I'm looking at your chart now, mate. Yeah, anyway. Well done, mate. I like that chart. What can I say? Where were we? So let me just take a quick look here. Oh, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. The love of my life. Gotta get that magnet out. Gotta get the magnet out. If we can get this move. What, maybe 10 minutes? Let's give it 10 minutes. See what happens in 10 minutes. Check back on Bitcoin in the magic 10 minutes. If you know, you know. Anyway, we've looked at Bitcoin. We've looked at Ethereum. Said I wanted to look at EOS. Yeah, I do want to look at EOS. I think EOS is really interesting. Really interesting altcoin. Why is this one so interesting? Well, if you've been, I really do think that this one still is in accumulation, and maybe we're just now entering the markup phase. This has a potential for a very bullish coin, and what I like about this is you can trade it on Bybit. So yeah, I'm happy about this because I actually have access to trade this altcoin. So not all the altcoins I have access to trade, but I do have access to this one, so I'm pretty happy. But yeah, I mean, EOS on the grand scheme of things here looks really massive potential. Crazy potential. I mean, just insane. Really big. If this truly is going through accumulation and we start to mark up here, well, you have a few pretty, I mean, we could even call these soft targets. 50% rise. I don't know, I really think you're going to be looking at 146%, moving back up to 220%. It is coins being beaten up, what can we say? People lost their love of EOS. I've been keeping my eye on it. Strong momentum. We can get a weekly close back above 1,000 sats. Momentum is very high. This is high momentum that we had back in February. Obviously, what we really want to do is obviously we do need to break back above those highs. The volume right now is, yeah, relatively high. If this keeps up, yeah, I mean, I would not short EOS. I personally would never short this. I think this looks really good. Again, I'm not telling anyone to buy it right now. You know, I wouldn't buy this where it is here. But hey, if you were accumulating EOS, if you recognize that this was accumulation, if you've been bullish on this coin for a little while, hey, I think you're gonna get a payout. Well, I mean, you're already getting a payout, but I think that you got really nice. I think you got a really nice entry. I think really I do. I think 50%. Even with 50%, I mean, that's happy days, no. But the potential of this one is high. Potential of this one is really high. 200%. The thing is, even if it hits 200%, this isn't even like a massive. Oh, man. I mean, the chart just got so beat up. I mean, from here to back to all-time highs, 2,500%. Again, there's no real point in talking about 2,500%, you know, but it's just interesting. But yeah, I personally feel you're on a bit of a gold mine with this one. Would I buy it 1,000 sats? No, hell no, I definitely wouldn't buy this here. I feel if you accumulated it, you have got a very advantageous position. I mean, you're in profits now. I think you can just put your stops in profit. Look at, and the thing is, this monthly really was that absolute key level. And this is why we love our monthlies, our weeklies, our dailies. I mean, look at the monthly here. Okay. If we just zoom in on the monthly. So this monthly was lost. And you see here how it went, really did go into support here. Support got a bounce of, saw about a 5% bounce. What did it do? Support back into resistance. Okay, so you had your SR flip off the initial monthly bounce. Then what happened? To the exact dollar, we then saw the retest of the monthly. And just look at this monthly level, how it went on. We're talking about the span of, you know, many, many, many days. Rejection monthly, rejection monthly, rejection monthly, rejection monthly, rejection monthly. Made its way back down. Rejection monthly, made its way back down massively. Look at this. Rejection. This is the 15-minute chart. You just, the level is insanely amazing. Rejection monthly, like no closes at all above that level. And then suddenly, you know, you get big rejection. You make your way down quite heavily. Very heavily, very heavily. You know, we're talking about a move to the downside of the last time you touched that monthly. 20% nearly. In 12 days, 20%. Big move. And then what here? You see you make your way back up in a day. 13%. You know, we're talking then you basically get back above, you know, you basically tap your monthly here by, you know, 0.5% after a 20% move to the upside. Obviously, you come back down. Surprise, surprise. Come straight back into your CC support. And look at this. CC support, back up into your fib extension. And what do? You get people that have bought this CC retracement, taking profits here. And then what's happened? You've got the backtest of the monthly. And then finally, for the first time during its accumulation phase, you have got that monthly holding. And that is the bullish sign. I have no idea about news. I have no idea about anything else. All I know is that 800 monthly has been a level on our charts for months. And the respect it's had is nothing short of amazing. And then as soon as we started to hold this as support, well, the rest really is history. That was your last opportunity to buy. I feel everything else above this level, you've missed it. So you had to buy that retest. I mean, it's not like it's massively up from here. We're up nearly 30%, but this is 30% in a few days. I personally just wouldn't buy EOS where we are here. But I do feel if you bought the retest of that monthly, or you were just accumulating Ethereum, accumulating EOS, yeah. I mean, all I can say is, well done, man. Like, well done. It took some cojones. Took some guts to do that, because many people were calling for the death of EOS, you know. I personally viewed it. I personally thought it was not going to die, but hey. It could still die. You know, I could do all this and maybe it just does this. You know, maybe it just fades down. Faded down here. Could it fade down again? Hell, yeah, of course it can fade down again. But I feel you're in a very, very nice position. I would not, if it, you know, I personally would not, if you've longed down and loaded a monthly, I think you can have your stop loss now at the monthly, in my opinion, yeah. Shouldn't really breach down back below that level. It really shouldn't, if it's bullish. And as long as this stays with continuation, yeah, I think you're looking at least 50% gains. Best case scenario, well, not even the best case scenario, a very good scenario, 200, you know, over 200% gains. So yeah, that's my opinion on EOS, and I do truly believe that this is a very nice looking altcoin. Arguably one of the best. Arguably one of the best. As I spill water all down me. nice. I think this one looks brilliant. Obviously, I'm trading EOS USD. So EOS USD. Why? Because I personally trade this on Bybit, but so the EOS USD chart looks a little bit nice. But this is similar. Obviously, we don't have all the history here, but this too went through long drawn out accumulation, and it's even more obvious if you use other exchanges. But EOS USD has been range bound for ages. You know, we're talking years, massively range bound, and it's finally starting to, you know, it's finally breaking out on the USD pair. So I mean, yeah. I can tell you the price that I got EOS at. Not that, well, I guess it doesn't really matter for anyone else what price. All I can tell you is I have got EOS. So I guess it doesn't really matter what price I bought it at for anybody here. But yeah, personally, I have an EOS long. And I'm hoping, I suppose, for good things on it. The technicals on this one are nice. And I have EOS USD. Yeah, we got some fruit today. Got some strawberries. I think we're going to look at... I do want to take a look at Bitcoin. If we get this move during the video, I want to look at Bitcoin. Cardano. Algo. Tezos. That's what I said to you, yeah? I love the comment section. Like I do love the comment section. It's funny, man. Where was the comment that just made me laugh? This one, cojones, great word. Cojones is a great word, man. You had to have cojones to buy to buy EOS, yeah. Had to have cojones, and guess what? I have cojones. I have big cojones when it comes to trading, because I love to buy things which everybody else says is dead. I bought EOS. No, I bought Litecoin the other day, and everyone was like, "Oh, Litecoin's dead." I went out and bought it. Everyone was saying, "Oh, man, EOS is dead." I was buying it. It's like, you want to buy into projects. Well, I mean, I buy into projects because they have nice technicals, yeah. Because I like to say I can view accumulation. And also, if you have a really nice technical, and again, this is not the stock market. You know, if I'm looking at a stock and it's arguably dead and it has like no real world product, hey, I'm not going to invest in a stock that's dead. But if it's an altcoin and everybody says the altcoin's dead and it's a major project like EOS, then like this is like prime time. These are the times that you want to buy. Everyone right now is saying Litecoin is dead. I think Litecoin is nice. Everyone was saying EOS is dead. I think EOS is nice. You know, the ones that I also wanted to mention about today, like Algo. Everybody says Algo's dead. Like, I'm buying so much Algo. Everybody says Tezos is dead. Like, I'm buying so much Tezos. It's like, I love to buy these things that everybody is just like, oh, this project's so dead. And it's just like, that is the time to literally buy these sort of things, because when we looked at the Google Trends, yeah, nobody wanted to buy Bitcoin when it was at $3,000, and now it's worth nearly $60,000, and everybody wants to buy Bitcoin. You see how like funny that is? Nobody wants to buy these things when it's dead or like at the lows, but everybody wants to buy it now suddenly when it's worth, Bitcoin, it's worth 60 grand. Everybody and their mother wants to get a Bitcoin. It was so easy to get one. Well, I don't want to say it was so easy. It was a lot easier to get Bitcoin when it was worth 3,000, but nobody wanted to invest back then. It moves up, everyone wants to invest, and we'll have to see if this is the case on projects such as I mentioned, the ones that personally I'm buying: EOS, Litecoin, Tezos, Algo. You see, we'll see if we were right or not. Who made a note of the timings, by the way? Who made a note of the time when I said in 10 minutes? Let's see if we get this move. I think we got like 1 more minute to go. If you made a note. Obviously, lately I have to trade from my phone. Why do I have to trade on my phone? Well, if I try and trade from my computer, it's not going to end well. I can't have all my internet used up via the computer, but I basically have 4G. I'm actually 3G. 3G from my phone. Makes it easier to do this. Anyway, how are you all doing today? I'm sorry that I'm eating, by the way. I do apologize. My bad. This guy, man, eating his strawberries and grapes during the stream. Basically, this is where this is what we do to view how much people are buying and selling. So you can see there's a lot of selling going on right now. And you can also see that there's a buy wall, yeah? You can also see that there's a buy wall here at $59,000. So you see these green things here? These are like buy walls. And so you can see there's a really big buy wall there at 59K. So we can like zoom in here and see these sort of things. Okay, this buy wall is for nearly 10 mil. So, you zoom in, you can start to see all the numbers of the buy and sell walls. Even battle going on. 5 million sellers versus 3 million buyers at this price. This is on 50 ticks. So you see here, you can start to see that there's the big buy wall is increasing. But you still do have a pretty even one on the other side. But you can see like this is literally moving within zero. It's basically moving all within $1. So this is like literally a battle going on at 59.69. 59.69. Of course, like Bitcoin is like full of trolls. I swear, like Bitcoin market is full of trolls. You get a 59.69 level and people just want to trade it. It's really funny. Oh, we got a little bit of pineapple here. There we go. We got a little bit of pineapple coming in here as well. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Do you like a bit of pineapple on your pizza? Personally, I do. Here we go. And there we go. 59K. Bam. We took the lows. There we go. I wasn't bad, no. It wasn't bad. I said 10 minutes to go. More or less. More or less. That for me would take profit. You hear me at the start of the video? I did say I was in a short. And these are the sort of things that you want to pay attention to. I want to manage this now. Target hit during stream. We hit it. Hey, there you go. I'm happy about this. I'm happy about that one. See if we take the low. Wow, man. Look at this. 150 million. Are you kidding me? Oh, mate. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. And we took the lows. Oh, man. That is absolutely beautiful. People just got absolutely wrecked. Not to laugh at people, of course, but hey, people just got wrecked, man. 150 mil took the lows. Like, this is obviously the time that you look for longs. Okay, this is the time that you look for longs. Let's just say that, because you know, if you're trading like a mini range within the range, well, guess what? Then this is obviously your shorts, and you've obviously just taken this low here. That's crazy, man. That's so nice. 245 million candle took the lows. I personally think that you look for lows at the low of the range, you know. I can bask in the glory now. Bask in the glory. What can I say? This is how we do it. Sat here on stream, totally relaxed. Do you think I'm emotional? Nope, not emotional at all. Trading the charts. Trading the charts. You come up to resistance. Have a guess what you do at resistance, ladies and gentlemen. You take shorts. Come back down to support. Have a guess what you do. You take longs. 3 key levels that I've had over the last few days. Yeah, this was the 3 key levels that I had marked out to my team. And obviously, we've had these for a few days now, but this key levels, you know, exactly the same. We obviously since here come down, tested support, came back up to the highs. You know, back up to the 15-minute chart. See how massively important these levels are. We tested it as support, we come back up as resistance. Tested it as support here twice, come back up as resistance. Not only that though, ladies and gentlemen, you see here, today, I was making everybody aware that we still had those bearish divergences. Again, I'm doing live streams every day for the public, and obviously for the members, they get even more live streams. I was doing a live stream for the members this morning, and I was making them aware the bearish divergences talked about in this morning's live stream, they are currently playing out. That was an update, another update given at 1 p.m. today. Our big bearish divergences that we had on the Bitcoin chart. Ladies and gentlemen, that was talked about during my live stream this morning for the members. That was the bearish divergences that we had. Bearish divergences on top of the resistance that we have. So what do you think here? You know, you have a key resistance level with bearish divergences forming on top of a key resistance. Every day of the week, this should be a short. You know, every day of the week, that should be a short. You take the short. You remain patient. You know the time that it's going to happen. And then it's just a waiting game. It is literally just a waiting game. This is what you do. Make the plan. My plan was simply short the retest of the key level. Why was I confident about this short? We had really big bearish divergences. It's like there was a lot of FOMO buying going in here, and the risk is so small risk on the short, and the downside is very nice. So it's not like I'm a magic guy. It's not like there's manipulation or anything like this. It's just we are literally just trading the probabilities, and we're just doing the same thing day after day after day after day after day. Just trading the probabilities. And what can I say? I'm very good at finding highly probable trades. These levels, nobody else knows. Try and find. Oh man, I you know, this is the thing. I could let my ego go wild now. I could let my ego go wild. I'll try not to. But hey, you know, this is the thing. I could let it run. All I'm just going to say is these levels that I give you, you pay attention or you lose money. Like, you pay attention to what I say or you lose money. And this isn't me being big-headed. This is me telling the truth. Like, this is literally just me telling the truth. And nobody can deny this is not the truth, because these levels are respected. These levels dictate the Bitcoin market. And these levels are making insane amount of money for people that take notes of what I say. Period. To know that this was going to be happening at 8 p.m. If you're inside of the group, you know what did I? You know, if you know what I'm on about, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know what happened at this time point, you know. Like, if you know, you know. And if you know what time it was in 10 minutes, well, you just know. If you're in the group, you really should know. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. And nobody can deny it. Nobody can deny it because we've done it again. People making money. People are in their shorts in the group today. These are the new messages I've not read. People also shorting 59,500. Another short 59,600. Nice. Short from 60,200. Short from 59,200. Hey, nice shorts, no? Nice shorts. I could let the ego run. I could. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna control myself. Why am I going to control myself? I don't need to say anything more. My trades do all the talking. I'm retired from ego. Because you know, I don't need to say anything. I don't. So yeah, I was going to look at right on cue. We had that right on cue. I love how it happened once again, exactly at the time we wanted it to happen. Thank you, my friend. You know, I don't want to say your name because you know, there's too much going on at it right now. But thank you, my friend. What can we say? We wanted to also look at Cardano. No, we wanted to look at Cardano. We looked at Bitcoin. We looked at Ethereum. We looked at EOS. Bitcoin doing Bitcoin things. Bitcoin doing what the chart champions want. Let's take a look at Cardano to end here. No. I love you, Bitcoin. What can I say? Makes me happy. It does. Cardano. Now the Cardano is the bane of my life. Yeah, Bitcoin is the love of my life, and Cardano is the bane of my life. Me and Cardano don't have such a good relationship. What can I say about Cardano then? Well, Cardano is really it really seems a bit similar to Ethereum when it was just like literally range bound at the CC. So this is our CC support. Yeah, this is the CC support. And just look at it. It's just like totally range bound here. Low to high, low to high. Even the inner brackets of the CC here. Look at this. Low, high, low, high, low. It's just like, this is so range bound right now. Do you have any massive divergences? No, you don't. So would I trade Cardano here? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I didn't say I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't get involved in Cardano here. Cardano, one of the most hyped projects in the world in terms of cryptocurrency, like massively hyped. This is shielded by everybody left, right, and center. You know, this is why I don't get involved in these hype projects. You know, this is the thing. Everybody and their mother wants to buy Cardano, but look at the Cardano chart. Yeah, look at this. Look at this chart. We just put this onto the daily. Okay. And so in terms of days, this is up 320%, had a move up of 500%. And guess what? Everybody wants to buy Cardano. Everybody I talk to, Cardano's going to $100. Cardano's doing this. Cardano's doing that. And like this for me is just like, I would not touch Cardano because it's massively hyped. And it's just like, this is the most shilled thing in the world. Like everybody shills Cardano. And if every YouTuber or whoever is talking about it, I don't want it. It's too late. And I don't care if it goes up more. This is not a good opportunity. You know what is a good opportunity? Looking at assets which have not taken off. Looking at assets such as EOS. Looking at assets such as Algo. Looking at assets such as Tezos. Looking at assets such as Litecoin, yeah? You know, nobody's shilling these right now. Nobody's shilling these things right now. Because guess what? Their charts look pretty awful. And people only want to shill the assets that look like this. Why? Why is this the case? Well, likely, I suppose, I could consider them smart. This is the time to buy. And I think smart money did buy down here, 100%. Cardano went through a really nice accumulation range. If you looked at my video, you know we marked out a Wyckoff, however you want to pronounce his name, an accumulation range. And this really was a nice accumulation range. And smart money was buying here. Is smart money buy? Does smart money buy up here? No. The people that bought down here, this is where they can redistribute their bags. They can distribute up here. Maybe there's a reaccumulation going on. I'm really not that bothered. But all I'm saying is everybody wants to buy Cardano here. Nobody buys Cardano here. And this is just my opinion on Cardano. Like, and I know people don't like my opinions. People don't like my opinions on the alts because, you know, people get bought, people get sold the fantasy. Yeah, people get sold the fantasy. You know, people are told about Cardano, the bullishness, the news about it, how it's going to be the best project in the world. Of course, everybody's talking about these really good news, all the good news about Cardano when it's up 500% in a few months. Nobody was shilling Cardano 6 months ago, or nobody was buying Cardano 6 months ago. Smart money was buying Cardano 6 months ago, but now everybody wants to buy it when it's up 500%. And I think that's crazy. But this is the cycle. This is the cycle of how trading goes. Smart money wins continuously. Retail gets wrecked. Absolutely. All the time. Retail gets wrecked all the time. And I'm sorry, that's just how the market works. And that for me, look at this. See this? How we took this low, and it was literally the low. I did take a scalp from this, and this for me is now my take profit. And there we go, take profit for me done on that scalp low. That's how you make money on the stream. For me, this is a take profit, and I'll even take profit right now. That's how you do it. That's how you do it the champion's way, yeah? And I'll even put it in the money shots so you can see this. And here you go. Buy low, sell high. Don't fall into the traps of buying resistance. There you go. 58,700. Just took profit 5,900. That was off of 3 market orders, by the way. That was 3 market orders. 50% gains. 50%. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I told no one else to do this. I'm not giving financial advice in this stream. No financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Literally just don't try and follow along. You know, I need to protect myself legally here, you know. Do not try and follow me. And this is not recommended at all. My, you know, all that sort of legal, all of the legal disclaimer. Very important that you understand. Let me just load it up because, hey, people love to sue. So let's make sure everybody understands this. Yeah, pause and understand a legal disclaimer. But yeah, I just made money there and I have hit my take profit. So yeah, that was a scalp good enough for me. And I don't think there is anything else. Oh, I was going to talk you through those. I was going to talk you through those calls that I done yesterday. This was just like for impressing. But yesterday, man. So we're doing now like special Q&As. It's really, really, really nice. So it's like a live stream like I'm doing now, but I will invite like random members in, and these members can join on a voice call with us and talk with us and interact and ask their questions in front of like an audience. And it's really, really cool. And yesterday, we done a question and answer session. It was obviously for all the contenders and champions. And it was like we were talking about a trading bot. So we were talking about a trading bot, and we were discussing the difference between a bot and myself, for example, as a human trader. And we were discussing this move down. And this move down was considered a bearish move to the downside, yeah? I just want to talk about this briefly. I think it's very interesting. Like, I would consider this a bearish move down. Why? On this move to the downside, the volume was increasing, the open interest was increasing. That's just two major factors. Yeah, you look at volume, you look at open interest. How many people, including myself, will tell you if you break a level on an increase in volume, that is considered for follow through, no? And that's what you saw on this move down. You saw the increase in volume, increase in IO. That's considered bearish. And what was really special about this one is that it happened during the live question and answers. So I was live and I gave my perspective and I said that this is going to be a good long. Well, have a guess how it played out. We obviously moved up. We got to move to 60k. But this is the thing, yeah. This is why I'm talking about this to you all, because there is a massive difference between how a bot can trade, how technicals can even be considered correct, and intuition and experience trumps everything. Intuition and experience trumps even the technical analysis. Because if you did not have the experience and intuition to recognize that this is the pattern that's happening lately, every single trading bot in the world would have shorted this low. Why? Because this is considered a bearish break. And it was only through my intuition and experience that I recognized this was a good long. And guess what happened? This was the low that brought us up to just over $60,000. Exactly as predicted. I said to everybody, hey, if you took that long with me, write thank you in the chat. You want to see how many people got the sniper entry? Absolute sniper entry. Everybody here, thank you. This guy didn't want to take it. He's not a scalper. Thank you. Technical analysis working to the dollar is better than SAX. So pretty. Thank you. Nice profits in 2 minutes. See all these longs opening, 58,200, 58,100. Wish I could hear the question analysis. Wow, Daniel, you just blew my mind. ETH was lovely as well. It happened on Ethereum at the exact same time. You see these sniper entries? Reloaded the Ethereum long. Hey, Ethereum the next day hit all-time highs. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that because that was epic. And this is the difference between a trading bot and the Daniel bot. Hey, I win. I win again. Yeah, man. Like, I'm on fire right now. I'm on fire. When it comes to like the lower term time frames, yeah, I didn't want to let my ego explode, but it's so hard not to let it explode. I'm not even joking. It's very hard for me to not let it explode. But hey, you know you're here to watch the best. And it's not just me saying these things. You're seeing the trades. You're seeing the levels. Everything I talk about, you know, none of these things are like hindsight. None of these things are hindsight. You know, where was the inverse moon post? You want to see? This is how you can see the last post moment. You go onto Discord, you search it, inverse moon. We were ready for the inverse moon. Open my short times 100. Thanks, senpai. Look at this. You see this beautiful gif. Beautiful gif. Oh, you can't see it properly here. You just watch this together, yeah? We were ready for the inverse moon. Come on, that's funny, no? I think it's funny anyway. Anyway, we've had some fun. Yeah, that's kind of what I really primarily wanted to talk you through in today's video. I've taught you through the levels to the upside of Bitcoin all-time highs. Should we break? You're now no longer going to be thinking like where it's a absolutely massive, in my opinion, massive take profit, like such a crucially important level. It's that 670k region, 69k, really big, yeah? You know, there's no excuse not to be aware of that level. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. Could we break through it? Yeah, we could break through it. Of course we could. But yeah, it's a big level. I've taught you through Ethereum, a really big level on Ethereum. Very big level of resistance on Ethereum. And we've obviously taught you through that one as well. And I obviously think Ethereum looks a bit more bullish right now than Bitcoin, to be honest. We talked you through EOS, how I personally think EOS has potential 200% move to the upside. Yeah, I think EOS, really, really, really good project. Again, I'm not telling people to buy it now. I personally think you're a bit too late. But I do think, and this shouldn't be like, oh, Daniel's just saying it. I have been talking about EOS for a long time. This is not, I've just started talking about EOS. I personally think EOS looks decent. Okay. Cardano, no. I do not think this is a good project. Well, not necessarily a good project, but it's just like, I don't know, man. It's difficult. You are at support right now. Okay, so Cardano is at support. We cannot deny Cardano is at support. So is this a good short on Cardano? No, of course not. Cardano is at support, and this is a crucial support region. Okay, it has been for a very long time. So we cannot be surprised if Cardano bounces here. One would argue that it's more likely, I suppose. I would have 1 million. I would not short Cardano here, and I have shorted Cardano in the past, you know. But I would not short Cardano here. Why? Because it literally is at CC support, and I personally can recognize when's it a good time to short and when's it a good time to long. And I would not short Cardano here. Personally, I also wouldn't take the long. But I suppose if you're really invested in Cardano and you really love the project, then you know you could say this is a good time to load up again, I suppose. Yeah. I'm sorry I can't really help you so much on Cardano, but the only thing that I can say is you are at a crucial support level. But you've already bounced off of this a few times. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cardano head down lower. But I'm also not going to trade off this level, so it doesn't affect me so much. But I don't know. Like, let's just say I don't feel there's a nice trade on Cardano for myself anyway. I suppose the best trade right now is arguably Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin has, you know, this is the thing that I say, like, all these altcoins, people love the altcoins, but Bitcoin is the easiest to trade. Like, Bitcoin is like just so easy to trade. Like these altcoins, yeah, like what EOS today 7%, Tezos 1%, Algo 1%. You know, you might think that these altcoins make more money on the altcoins, but Bitcoin is where the money's at. Bitcoin is so easy to trade, man. Like, Bitcoin is just so easy to trade. Whereas these altcoins, they're hard. I even think the altcoins are harder than Bitcoin. Because to trade an altcoin well, you also have to simultaneously trade Bitcoin well. So it's just like, I just give all my energy and focus to Bitcoin. Like, seriously, I give all my energy and focus to Bitcoin. And I suppose this is why I trade it so well, because I'm literally all day, every day looking at Bitcoin. So if I didn't trade it well, there would be something wrong, no? 7 days a week, nearly 16 hours a day, I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart. So it's like, if I wasn't trading this well, yeah, I think there would be a problem. But, you know, this is why I can say safely to you all, like, I'm not an altcoin guy. You know, yeah, I'm not an altcoin guy, but I am a Bitcoin guy. And I love to trade this asset. And yeah, and I will tell you, I truly believe that this is so much easier to trade than alts. And like, put your time into learning Bitcoin, trading Bitcoin. I mean, you can even get the exact time it's going to move. You know, come on. The exact time it's going to move. And you want to see this as well? You want to see this? What it was on here? Mentions Daniel. Where was the post? Was in the Bitcoin chat. What is this, man? What is this? Oh, he got the watch. And by the way, here is the update and the watch for you. 1 month later, ended March, also in mad profits. I haven't seen this post yet, by the way. I could buy myself another one, but first, other priorities. Age 21, and this is just the beginning. Coming from a trading background really did elevate the process. And not to brag, maybe it's okay to brag, man, but just a reminder to myself that I'm on the right track. There, this guy bought himself a Rolex today. That's obviously our gift, right? Funny gift. But this is, yeah, man, well done. Respect to you. You know, this is the thing. You got to treat yourself every once in a while. You know, you got to treat yourself. Hashtag Team Rolex. Let's get the Rolexes out. Hashtag Team Rolex, mate. This is the day date. I'll rock the day date with you. But yeah, Team Rolex. Team chart champions, completing the goals, rewarding yourself. Well done, mate. You deserve that. You really do. Well done. So yeah, that guy bought himself a Rolex today, but that was not the post that I wanted to show you. There we go. Daniel, I see you. Look at this. Fibonacci time, ladies and gentlemen. Fibonacci time. The stream, we had it. Fibonacci time once again coming in 1 hour through the stream. You remember last time when we done that? We had that Fibonacci time coming in again. What can we say? Thank you, Fibonacci time. Thank you, something else as well, but we can't say it. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not doing this to brag. I'm doing this to show you the power of technical analysis. And, you know, the thing is, why do I love to show you these things? You know, I truly, you have to remember, I have a massive passion for trading. Like, trading is my life. I have sacrificed relationships, friendships. I've lost a lot of stuff for trading. Like, trading is, however sad that is, yeah, however sad that is, like, trading is my life. And I love trading so much. And this is just such a joy and a passion and just like literally a love for me. I know it's sad, yeah. Like I just cannot like stress enough. Like I love what I do. Like I love what I do and I wouldn't trade this for the world. And then to show you this, to show you that it's not just hocus pocus, to show you that, you know, because there's the argument, oh, trading's gambling. There's no way you can know what's going to happen. And for me to like continuously show the results and prove the results, you know, that's powerful. No, that's powerful. That somebody's able to predict the time the move's going to happen, where we're going to be moving to, the levels where we're seeing these reactions. And, you know, it's not just this week, but we have been doing this for weeks, months, years. The same process again. Go watch a video from like 2 years ago, and you know, just the things that we're doing are the same. And that's the power here, and that's why we're doing this. You know, it truly is amazing. What was that other post? This was the post that I did read, but this post was brilliant. Yeah, you want to read, you know, you can pause, I suppose, and read through this, but I thought this post was brilliant. The guy literally grew his portfolio 616%. I mean, this is one to pause and read, but this was like a really good story. How put his mind to it. Started obviously losing, as does everybody. Everybody starts losing in trading. Of course they do. That's to be expected and normal. But you put your mind to it, you really study, you really focus, and then the gains, you know, you can get exponential gains by trading Bitcoin. You really can. And, you know, you can just pause and read through this guy's post, because I thought it was truly, like this guy says, inspiring. I thought that was just a really good post, and it just shows you the power. Yeah, you know, like I said, I woke up that morning today. I read that message and I was like, today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a good day. So that's how my day progressed. I read that message, felt in a good mood, done a live stream for the members, taught them through the bearish divergences, taught them through the level that I would look then to long, and hey, been a good day thus far. What can we say? I think that's probably about it that I wanted to go through today. Talked you through how those 3 key levels are still in play, those bearish divergences, how we had predicted that rise yesterday. That was just amazing. You had to be there to see that one. You really had to be there to see that one. People took that long. We literally got it from $58K to $60,000, $2,000 move. Talked you through that Ethereum long. And yeah, obviously we got the move just after 8 PM as we were wanting, right on the, obviously this guy's got a different time zone than me, but you know, we were looking for about 8:15 my time, where it came in within 5 minutes of what we wanted. Pretty accurate, no? Pretty accurate. You know, give or take 5 minutes, we basically nailed it. And yeah, what can we say? I'll see if there's any final questions before we end. Maybe there's something major or urgent that comes up. Try and think. Oh yeah, I did say I'd talk about algo. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments now, if you would like me to do a stream dedicated to algo. Just write number 1 in the chat. If you'd like to see me do a stream dedicated to algo, or not a stream, but just like a 15-minute video going through the technicals, just press 1. And if you don't want to see algo like in its own video and you just want me to just do Bitcoin, press 2, I suppose. And I'll just really quickly see how many people want to see algo and how many people don't. Just press number 1 if you want to see it, number 2 if you don't. Simple as that. Because if people want to see algo, then I think I'll do it in its own video. It deserves its own video, yeah? It deserves its own video, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll do my own video for yeah, loads of people want to see algo. Yeah, that's cool. I will do my own video for algo then. I'm happy to do that. I'm really happy to do that, you know. Yeah, I'm happy to do my video for algo. Smash the likes. Smash the likes for this wonderful man. Thank you, my friend. Yes, everybody, if you're enjoying the video, smash the likes. I suppose what I'll do is if we get this to 1,200 likes within 3 minutes, I'll talk you through the rest of the price action here on Bitcoin. How about that? Get that to 1,300 within 3 minutes, and I will stay on stream to talk you through Bitcoin until this current move ends. Okay? So if you're enjoying and you want me to stay, smash the likes. If not, then I'm probably going to head off for the evening, to be honest. I am going to head off for the evening. If you want me to stay, hit the like. Remember, ladies and gentlemen. Remember. Very easy to follow along with us in these streams. Very easy indeed. Okay, until this current easy indeed. All you need to do to never miss a live stream again is obviously to press the like button. Press the like button. Share this video with your friends if you are feeling the love. And obviously, importantly, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell. And hey, you can get involved. And that's how you can support. Smashing the likes. What was it? Smash the likes, subscribe, tick the notification bell. And obviously we do have this new members thing. If this is interesting, I see some people did join during today's stream. But obviously, yeah, we got this new thing called join. Let me just see what happens when you click on this. Yeah, if this is of interest to you, we got this new thing called join. You get a little special badge next to your name. You got a few custom emojis exactly as predicted. And if you want to cover certain alts, then we now have this middle package, which is basically where you can vote for alts. I'll show you what it looked like. On here, you go on to community. And I done a poll basically for the members. And that was, what do you want me to cover? And this was actually, I went for the both because obviously people have voted during this stream, because this literally was 50-50 when I started. But we literally only have 6 people vote because there's not many people that have click join. But if you get the middle one, then you get access to that, and you know, you can comment on these things and let me know what altcoin you want to cover if that's of interest to you. Of course, you don't need to do that if you don't want to. It's just like a added thing for if that's of interest, you know. And I suppose that we got 30 seconds left to get 20 more likes. 30 seconds, 20 more likes. Let's see if it happens. Otherwise, I'm going to call it a night. And eat my fruit in peace. 15 seconds. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Oh my, you see that? Exactly as predicted. Exactly as predicted. You see that, yeah? Right on the second, we just hit the goal. Hey, I'll talk you through this then. So currently we've obviously seen, personally, that was, in my opinion, a nice scalp long. Let's see what's happening here then. So the things that we're generally going to be looking at is how we're coming back up in this move. Oh, wow, look at this, yeah. So really nice open interest actually on the bounce back here. Volume pretty decent. Looks really nice. Really nice pickup in open interest. Looks like we can move up to our next major SR. So our next major SR really is coming in here, which is $59,022. This is our first pretty important SR. All I would say is the volume is really nice so far on this pickup. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, obviously we're just looking at this. 47 million, 52, 25 million, 30 million, 13 million, 15 million, 11 million, 8.3 million. Okay. That SR coming in 59,022. We just took out 59k. But obviously one would say that the volume looks really good. And I would be looking at that SR flip next. Coming back into your POCs. This is a really important level to actually reclaim. You got that SR flip coming up in about $10-ish. Pretty important region. But obviously I'm pretty happy with this. I think the open interest looks really good. You're obviously back into that weekly point of control though. And we are on a Friday, so this has built up over the whole week. I would, just something to bear in mind. This is literally a weekly point of control. Yeah, coming back up into this first SR flip. Okay. Coming up in $20 more. You want to see the alerts, by the way, just so you know that was the one and only alert that I had. So just so you know, I didn't have loads of alerts. I literally had the one alert set. Just so you are aware of this. I had the one alert set. Target to hit during the stream. You all saw that alert come up. Closed my short, took a long. Made money when price was going down. Made money while price was going up. That's how you do it, yeah? That is how you do it. This guy is scalping along at the same price. Well done, mate. This guy also taken along at the same price. Well done, mate. He has closed his. This person took a short from 60 grand. This person also took a long there. This guy also took a long there. This is obviously the short from 59k, and that was obviously mine. Hit my take profit on that one as well. So yeah, sometimes you just got to know what you're looking for. You got to have the plan. And I can tell you with 100 million% certainty, the plan that I gave in my members live stream today was to be ready for that CC. We were talking you through the bearish divergences. And yeah, we were looking at the bearish divergences during this. Okay, I was obviously talking them through how we got those lows yesterday. And yeah, the level to be aware of, which I'll show you when we were looking at this as we came along. I was giving this, pretty sure, I can't remember the exact time that I gave it, but we did give this in this. Yeah, there we go. We're obviously waiting for that CC POC confluence. Okay, that's the level we were waiting for. Guess what? You had the patience. That level has hit. And I should see a lot more. I should see a lot more money shorts coming in here. There's another one. Wow, the guy took it on times 100 leverage. That's ballsy. Of course, we were not giving financial advice, but that's funny, man. Times 100. This is the thing. When you have a really good plan, you can increase that leverage. You see this now? That level, we've almost just hit it to the dollar for the SR. The low here was $59,022. The current high is $59,020. That's within $2 of the SR flip. In my opinion, honestly, if you took profit one when I did, I think this is a nice take profit too. Again, I was approaching this anyway as a scalp. So this is obviously a pretty important SR flip. So the way that you can kind of manage this is take profit at resistance. If you reclaim that resistance as support, you can obviously compound back on. Or, you could argue that this is a scalp short. I'm not going to scalp the short here, but obviously you could if you really want to. I'm not going to do that though. But yeah, this obviously SR level pretty important. Another money shot. Times 20. Man, people were going crazy with that leverage. But to be fair, we had a really good plan. I do think we had a good plan. And I did give that in the members only update this morning, 9 hours ago, the level where we were waiting for. Okay, we were waiting specifically for this level and this just to come in, and it was very, very, very clear the plan. We had the bearish divergences. We were on our key level of resistance, and we knew where the support was, which was obviously right on that CC on the POC. So when you have a plan the trade the plan. Now we're back up on this SR level. You know, the volume obviously still looks great, but you are at the SR level right now. So obviously for me, this would be, I would say this is a take profit too. I would say this is a take profit too. You're getting the sell walls come back in here. I mean, this is a really pretty important level. You have the weekly point of control. You have the simple SR, 59,000 round psychological number. Obviously, longing here is a really weird, is a really stupid idea. Because the thing is, if you long here, and this is why you need to have that bit of confidence, because if you long here, you're literally longing into resistance. You see how this is a really dumb time to long? The time to long was literally at the very low. And you saw my money short, I did. The time to long was when you look at this. Let's just delete everything and make this very obvious. You see how you just took the lows here? And look at that low. We're talking taking that low by a percentage of 0.03%. You see this? Bam, you got to react. You hesitate, you miss. And how do you not hesitate? Well, you have a bit of confidence. But when you see the same trade play hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of times, you execute. You do not hesitate. You execute. And you also just have to think to yourself, you would never short here. Like, this is never a short. Because if you're shorting here, you do not follow anything that I say. Because you would know that this is, you could just never short this. This would be suicide in terms of trading suicide. Yeah, this is trading suicide. The only option you have is to long. Like, the only option you have is to long. But now I would not long, because if you long now, you're literally longing back into this SR flip, so now it's crazy to long. So yeah, I think now we'll either have to wait for the SR flip, which is basically reclaiming of the level, or obviously a pullback. But I would say that the volume looks decent on this. The open interest looks decent on this. But obviously we're at the weekly point of control. We are at the SR flip. You are getting the sell walls come back up. You see this sell wall here? So yeah, we could say it's a little bit likely that we're going to pull back for maybe a retest, come back into this region. Yeah, maybe we pull back for a little retest. I mean, we are at a bit of confluence here, to be honest. Oh wow, monthly point of control, monthly point of control, weekly point of control, daily point of control, highest volume of the week, SR flip. You do have a lot of resistance here. You do have a lot of resistance here. So yeah, I would not long this now. I think it's too late. This is where this is the people that longed here. This is where is it, in my opinion, a take profit 2. So in my opinion, take profit 1 was here. Take profit 2 is on this SR flip. And if you reclaim, then you compound it back on, and that's how I would approach this. But this for me is back into resistance. And so I guess it's more likely that we come down for the retest, because we are literally at big confluences. And we are getting a bit of a pullback here. You see how close that is? Come on, that was almost to the dollar SR flip. And you can just see how these things are not random. And anybody that tries to argue that the levels are random, they just don't know what they're on about. Like, we took the low there within 0.03% and we got the bounce. And then we come up into that SR flip within $6, which is not even 0.01%. And you are getting the pullback. Like, these pivots are not random. Like, they are very, 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 very technical. And there is no way nobody can deny that. Right, look at this. So this is why you do not buy here. This is why you don't buy there. Let's bring this down a time frame. And just look at that. To basically the dollar. Come on. Now you come back into your higher volume level. We're on such a low time frame that doesn't really help. But now you're coming back into your retests. Oh wow, these are new shorts opening. Back into the MPOC. Wow, we have loads of people joined. That's cool, man. That's cool. I appreciate the support, everyone. That's really funny. Yeah, that's really funny. What I might have to do is like put these. I'm not gonna look at ZIL, QLC, Filecoin today. I'm not gonna do this. So I apologize for the people that have like requested this, but I'm not going to look at these altcoins today. Just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. It's just I am not going to look at these today. The stream has already gone on, for me anyway, the stream has gone on too long. And I'm just not going to be, it's not going to be viable for me to look at all these altcoins. And yeah, so just so you're aware, I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to acknowledge and say like, yeah, that unfortunately is just not going to happen in this video. I will tell you that. And if there's a way that you can like request your money back, hey, like it doesn't bother me. And it's like, you know, you're more than welcome to like contact YouTube and ask for your money back and say, this guy didn't do this. Like, that's absolutely fine. And I would actually say to do that, you know, I would say to each of you, just go to YouTube and ask for your money back. Because yeah, you should do that. You literally should do that. I'm not going to look at those altcoins. So just message YouTube and say, hey, I want a refund on the donation, and they will give it to you. See what have you thought of today's stream as we flatline on the Bitcoin chart, literally flatlining? What did you think of today's stream? You enjoy it? I give you a bit of perspective. Of course, there's always going to be people that complain. They want everything and they always want it for free. But yeah, let me know. What did you think of tonight's stream? Obviously, I've tried to keep it not a lot in depth. Like, I've tried to not go and confuse people. I've done it in a style of keeping it fairly easy to understand, talking about a lot of beginner concepts, while simultaneously trying to offer you value in terms of, you know, the value of literally just giving you some levels, the value of, you know, showing you how powerful Fibonacci time is, like being able to predict the time something's going to happen. Like, you've seen a real example of that again. This is not the first time this has happened. You know, they're just talking you through some theories of why we look to buy, you know, a coin in accumulation. You know, I've given you some examples of accumulation on a very not in depth. I acknowledge I've not gone in depth with this, but that I didn't plan to go in depth with it, to be honest with you. If you want more in depth, you know, obviously we have, you know, this is why we have a service of a membership, you know, of an in-depth membership. Obviously, this is a good time to talk about that. If you are wanting more in-depth analysis, if you want to learn all the concepts that we talk about, my next Contenders live stream is on Wednesday the 7th, where I'm actually going to be talking about trading breakouts. And I think this could be one of my best ever streams. I think you're gonna like it. I'm going to enjoy giving it, let's just say that. And I am going to be talking about trading breakouts. There's always this big thing about trading breakouts and chart champions. And if you want to know how I trade breakouts, if you want to know what I'd look for when I'm trading breakouts, what to look for, what not to look for, how to be prepared, how to know to long, how to know to short, I am going to educationally teach you how to do that on Wednesday's Contenders live stream. That's a very in-depth live stream that will obviously go along with the learning modules on the website, where we have concepts all the way from beginners and basic concepts all the way to footprints and volume tools. So we got advanced theories and the very beginner basic theories. So this live stream here will obviously eventually come over to the website on Wednesday, and you can learn from that. So if you want more info, more information, all that good stuff, that's the link, where we obviously do go a lot more in depth. If you want even more in depth and you want to know my next trade on Bitcoin, on the Champions live stream on Sunday, I'll go through my next trading plan and, you know, basically show you how I get these levels, show you how I get the levels, how I make the levels. Obviously in these public videos, the levels are already marked out. But if you want to know exactly how I get those levels, I will delete everything and build it up from scratch. And that's what I'll do on Sunday. Obviously, as a member, you get the random live streams in the day, random question and answers in the day. Today, there was 2 live streams, actually. Victor done a live stream. I done a live stream. Yesterday, we were doing live streams, question and answers. You know, I think you got a lot of value as a member. And you got people just printing money like fun. So, yeah. You can obviously make your own informed decision, and no advice given in this public video here. So just a bit of fun. As Bitcoin is flatlining, it is not doing anything. Come on, man. Look at this. It's total flatline. It is literally not doing anything. 5 minutes and it cannot move. What is going on? It is totally flatlined. I don't know what to say to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's totally doing nothing. Look at this. It cannot move. Well, it's not every day that you see this. What can I say? It's not every day that you see a flatline. Finally, we're coming out of the flatline. What I will do is I'll tell you some the last few key levels before we end. Okay, if I just close this down, reopen it. Okay, we obviously have that lower key at 58,400. The thing to be aware of is we are now entering the weekends. Okay, so I would be aware of weekend moves. So the thing, why do we want to remember this? Remember the CME. So remember where the CME has closed. So you are going to open with the CME gap. Doesn't have to fill, but I would remember right now, write it down, the CME gap. That's coming in at $60,090, yeah? Write that CME gap down. I guess this was the second. Yeah, so this closed obviously early because of holidays. So $60,090. Write that CME gap down now so you're aware of it. I would do that anyway. And I would also say locally then within the range, we have the key level of support here. You know, I do not think you want to be ultra bullish at the moment or ultra bearish. There's no point in being ultra bullish or bearish. Like currently we have a range, and then within the range you have scalp trades, but overall we still have a range, yeah? Within that range, of course, you have lower term time frame scalps. Obviously, a few key levels of these scalps were your first SR level here, which has currently gone support into resistance. So this is an intraday level. Still on a higher term time frame support, 58,400. Obviously, if we lose this, we're looking down towards 57,800 as a key level of support. And if we lose this, we're back down to the low of the range, overall low of the range, which is $56,800. The volume and recovery was very nice on this recovery here. It offered a very good scalp trade. Now, what I would be aware of is really simply, are we going to reclaim this level, or has it now flipped? This is something to just react from. This is a pretty obvious SR flip. It literally happened to the dollar. So this is the level to reclaim for bulls on an intraday perspective. And I think the bears are going to be looking down towards your key, 57,800 and $56,800. Bulls need to reclaim this SR level, which in my opinion is pretty important. And then I suppose you have $59,476. So let's just say 59,400. If you reclaim that, then I think it's likely you move back up to 60k now. You break 60k, you're looking back up towards $61,000. So all the levels are here. All the levels that you need are given to you. I don't think you need any more levels. Yeah, you don't need any more. That's the only levels I would trade off of. So I don't think you need anything else. And obviously now it's up to you to make your decision of how you want to trade and what you want to do. Yep, there you go. The problem is I could be on stream for another like hour before we get a break of this high or come down towards the low again. And I don't want to do that on a Friday night. If we had broken up a lot quicker, I would have continued, but this looks like it's going to stay range bound now for a little bit. And we could be talking about like another hour before we reclaim this or move down. And I am not going to stay on stream for another hour. I'm sure you appreciate that. I've already given you 2-hour live stream. It's a Friday night. It's Easter Friday. I'm going to crack open a cold one and take a little bit of a break, to be honest with you. Relax a little bit. I do honestly hope that you've enjoyed tonight's live stream. I hope that it's been helpful to you. I hope that you have enjoyed it and at least learned something from it, or at least witnessed the power of technical analysis. At the very least, you've seen that what we're on about is not hocus pocus. Levels being respected very well. Swing failure pattern. Obviously, what have we gone through here, which I've taught you through pretty live. Swing failure pattern of this low. SR flip. Very well respected, you know. Overall, we obviously had our rejection this morning of the key level. On top of that, you had bearish divergences. If there's anything else that I want to end with. No, I suppose if you want more, then you can head over to the website, to be honest with you. There's no more in this video. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I truly do love you. I love the support that you give me and everybody else within Chart Champions. You know, I honestly do appreciate all the support. And I hope that you can see that I'm trying my best to give back, help, and share the passion and love of trading. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much. Have a brilliant weekend. And I will probably, in the public, I will catch you probably Tuesday. And for the champion members, I will see you on Sunday's live stream for the Champions live stream, where we will go over Bitcoin. I will see you on Sunday. Everybody else, well, I guess I'll see you over in Discord, to be honest with you. So where I will spend my evening while watching the TV. I'll be over on Discord with you all. So yeah, thank you ever so much. And I will see you very shortly. Cheers, everybody. Thank you and goodbye.